Hey folks, Craig from the Vinyl Record Player. Today we're talking 6 live soul legends. Stick around. Alright folks, and we're back. Let's talk about, here's the thing. It's not one of my favorite sayings, but it's a saying that I have. That all of my favorite musicians are dead. I know it's kind of one of those things. It's I don't you don't want to start out the video on a negative tip, but when you like 70s soul and you like 70s and 60s music, those people be getting old. But there is hope. There are those survivors, and that's what this video is about today. So let's just skip the preamble, even though that was already a preamble, and let's talk about some soul legends that are still alive. Let's start out with G.C. Cameron. I consider him a soul legend on the strength of this album alone. This is from, I think it's from 74, on Motown. So the story behind G.C. is that he joined the Spinners, like maybe 70, recorded one album with them, was a lead singer on, the early hits by them, It's a Shame, The Way You Mess Around With, etc. Then he leaves the band. Then the Spinners leave Motown and go to Atlantic and begin having a lot of hits. And GC stays. He's like, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do some work with Motown. They're gonna get behind me. So, first of all, examine the whiteness of the suit. Again, that's an automatic win, friends. If you're wearing a white suit, you're winning somehow. At least in the battle against clothing stains. Anyway. But let me note that this album is fantastic. So they did get behind him in a sense that you got Stevie Wonder writing some songs here. The leadoff track, If You Don't Love Me, wow, great song. I think Andre 3000 from Outkast basically stole like almost this whole vibe from GC, which is like, what? But that's fine, because unfortunately GC didn't have a lot of big hits. His biggest hit, of course, was I think It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, which in the 90s, the Boys to Men actually covered it. It was a monster hit. I think GC even wrote that song. Anyway, this song didn't have any hits, or this album didn't have any hits, but wow, great album, great package. He's got about 3 or 4 albums going up into the 70s, and GC is 77 years old and still kicking. If you take a look at his photograph, you do an images search on Google, that's a handsome man. He's looking great for 77. So, G.C. Cameron is my first of 6 alive soul legends. Let's talk about number 2. Let's talk about Ann Peebles. This is the only Ann Peebles record I have, but almost anything Ann Peebles is fantastic, going up even into the 80s. Anything on High is great. Ann had the title track to this one, I Can't Stand the Rain, go to number 39 on the pop charts, which is close enough for government work, but not close enough to be like everyone in the world knows who Ann Peebles is. So anyway, fantastic. I hear shades of, I've said it before, I hear shades of Tina Turner. There's Jackie Moore in there. There's a lot going on with her voice, but no matter what she does, it's pretty fantastic. This album notwithstanding. Ann has a lot of reissues, so the likelihood of you getting an OG pressing of any one of her records is pretty low unless you're willing to put out $50, $60, $100. This, of course, is a reissue, and they have actually started putting a lot of her stuff out. Again, it's all fantastic. It's all from the High Studio Band recording, even I think going up into the 80s. So, Ann Peebles, who is 75 years old. Okay, and so let's talk about Al Green then. Al Green, legend, Explores Your Mind from 1974. This is a great one. This is kind of, as his sort of super classic period is starting to, dissipate a little bit. Everyone knows Al Green, but a lot of people don't know that between 70 and about 76, you're talking about 6 to 7 classic soul albums. Like, almost anything in there is fantastic. Everything is at least excellent. So, Explores Your Mind has got such classics as Sha-La-La, Take Me to the Rivers on this one. I've got Call Me from 1973. Basically, there's like a Call Me, I'm Still in Love with You, also Living for You, all classic albums, including also Let's Stay Together, which I do not own. Let's Stay Together is also great. If you need an entry point into Al Green, this is phenomenal. I think this is his best album anyway. Yeah, Al Green is 76 years old still. I actually saw Al Green in '06, and he was fantastic. Admittedly, that was 16 years ago. But if you get a chance to see Al Green, I imagine he will floor you, this man. Legend, and a living legend, at 76 years old. All right, now we'll go on to what? Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's still alive. He is the youngest of the crew I'm talking about today. At 72 years old. I gotta get into these albums again. I have fulfilling this first finale. He did a lot of like double records, and is this a double where I only have? No, this is a single. Okay, good. So I found this in my garage. I had it. I hadn't listened to it, so I brought it back. It's a great album. Here's another one. This is definitely a double LP. I got this from the garage too. This is Songs in the Key of Life. This one's kind of seen as his main classic, and it's not just because of this stonking cover art. Anyway, looking forward to listening to this too. Again, Stevie Wonder. Who doesn't know Stevie? But you should know his 70s works. If you're a fan of other eras, I mean, his 70s work, he's doing a lot of magic then. So he's 72 years old. All right. Well, it wouldn't be a vinyl record player video if I didn't introduce my friend, and now yours, Jerry Butler. Jerry Butler is 83 years old, which actually makes him the second oldest of the crew that we'll be talking about today. You and me just bought this 1970. Gamble and Huff is on producing on this one. At first I was like, oh, it's okay. But side B on this is we start to funk it up. We start to get a little bit wildin', and it's hot. It's a good record. It's duets record, of course, The Love We Have with Brenda Lee Eager. Fun record. 73, I think. Great one. Sagittarius Movement, 71. Also excellent record. Yeah, love it. And then Power Love from 73, featuring my old Sears company price tag. So that is Jerry Butler, a legend without a doubt. And the man is 83 years old. Just a little shout out to Jerry and his management and lawyers. Re-release your stuff, Jerry. Come on, man. Put it out. Let's get some reissues, man. Particularly your 70s period, which is obviously classic. So yeah, this has been a Jerry Butler moment on the vinyl record player. All right, and finally, for our six alive soul legends. The oldest of the crew, Roberta Flack. Roberta is 85 years old. This is First Take from 1969. Great album, but side 2 particularly, it starts off with Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye. It's a Leonard Cohen song. Unbelievable song. It became one of my favorite songs last year. Just amazing. I'm not a big Leonard Cohen guy, but I'm curious now because of the Flack. Also, first time I ever saw your faces on this one. And of course I got the duets album with Donny Hathaway. I wish I could say Donny was alive too. Unfortunately, he passed in the late 70s, which is unfortunate. But again, Roberta is still alive. So let's go through the ages and the fact that these people are still alive. If they are on tour, and most of them aren't going to be on tour, you should see them, because that's the thing about soul music, is that there's a real gospel feel here. The band's going to be hot. The band's going to be hot. But the singer often is hot as well. So anyway, we're talking Roberta Flack at 85. Al Green is 76. Jerry Butler, 83. Stevie Wonder, 72. Ann Peebles, 75. And rounding it out, we had G.C. Cameron at 1977. So that was 6 alive soul legends. So yeah, if you get a chance to see any of these people, you should. Clock's ticking on everybody. But certainly, as I say, I hate to say it, but most of my favorite legends are dead. So anyway, that was it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Give me some likes, people. Just throw me a thumbs up. So anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.